Thanks, listeners, for joining us for today's Elko Live program here on KELK. We're so pleased to welcome in studio one of our favorite people, and that is, Stormy. Stormy Remington is with the group Survivors of Suicide Loss and Zero Suicides, Elko County. I know that one group is kind of morphed into the other, but the same goal is saving lives, enriching communities through education, collaboration, and suicide prevention.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, it's great to see your beautiful face.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again for just coming with this important message and the great events and activities that the group has coming up. Zero Suicides has been in place for a few years and has really come from a group of loving, caring people who just wanted to help others not experience the pain that you have felt personally.
Yeah, we just wanted to be able to talk about suicide prevention and awareness. Our goal was eventually to get into the schools and talk to them about it, and we've done that. We've been to Ely this year, or last year, I guess. Or wait, what's this month?
2024.
This year. We went this year. Yeah, so we went up to Ely and talked to their high school and their junior high, and then they're also their like their, I don't know, not adult school, but another I can't remember the name right now.
I was thinking.
Anyway, and Lund. We went to Lund also.
And they're because they're approaching graduation. They're doing alternate high school education to get their diplomas.
There you go.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word.
Between us, we'll think of it together. So, and Stormy, the significance of this is because our communities, especially rural Nevada, but everywhere, we're just rocked by this. It's extremely devastating. We are losing our brightest, most beautiful people, and we need to do more.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about it, mental health, a lot. I think since COVID, well, we all know that it's gotten worse, right? Mental health, I think COVID really affected our kids in a way that I don't know if we'll ever bounce back, but I hope, I think it's getting out there more where you can talk about suicide and you can talk about mental health, and so that's our goal, is to be able to teach. We do a couple classes for the community, and then we also go to the schools and talk to whoever we can about suicide prevention.
We know that a lot of our young people, teenagers in particular, they've really rallied to this effort because they are among those who felt the deepest loss, and they want to be connected, and they are open and transparent about their feelings.
Yeah, and the high schools here in Elko County now, we've started it's called Hope Squad. I'm not really familiar with it. I know what it's about, but I don't know if it's gotten the start that we want, but I think it'll eventually take over, and I think these schools will really thrive with it if it gets going good. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that small effort of reaching out to someone. A lot of times, and adults do it too. We have our cliques, we have our friends, we have our people we normally hang out with. But sometimes someone just needs to go about their day and hear their name spoken and have someone reach out and say, how are you doing? Right.
And I think that's one of the goals for this Hope Squad is to see, you can see people around school, even your work, or if there's something wrong, right? So I think that's what the start of it is to get that openness that we're here.
Stormy Remington is among the founders of our local group, Zero Suicides Elko County. And the reason that this was important to you, and Stormy, you and I have been having these talks for a long time, for years in Elko. And you were very angry at first at the death of your brother, Tip. Yeah.
So he died December 17th, 2010. And I think I've been talking to you since then, since at least 2011, So at first I was pretty upset, didn't understand why, them do the what ifs, blame myself, blame, whatever, and was angry with it, thought it was selfish, thought, all kinds of stuff. So after getting with survivors of suicide loss and learning and educating myself and learning about why people struggle and what's the reasons, for suicide and why they decide on that. And it just made me want to be able to talk about it more with people and let people know that, there's people who have died by suicide, their family has somewhere to go. You can go to a bereavement class, but it's different with suicide because you're losing you're losing somebody to suicide and then also dealing with their death, right? So, and then the confusion of not knowing why this happened. You know, not everybody leaves a note, or not everybody has mental health that you can see. So I think that's you know, him dying was hard for sure, but it was bittersweet, if you want to say, I guess. Now that I would have never gone into something like this if it didn't affect me, right?
Oh, Stormy.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. And we talk about that a lot with others in your group. Lynette Vega, she is fierce.
Yep.
You know, she is definitely, this is her cause.
Yep.
And she suffered a similar loss in the loss of her beautiful daughter who was enlisted in the Air Force.
Yeah. Yep.
So these are really painful, true losses, and they do bring about this sense of, you know, as I said, you know, you're fierce and you advocate and you want people to understand that it's important to have a space to talk about suicide awareness, suicide prevention. And I took the Safe Talk training recently, and I know there's an opportunity for others to take it coming up. It's a face-to-face workshop, and it's very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very powerful is a good word for that. Yeah. So on April 27th from 1 to 4 at the GBC in the Greenhaw Technical Arts Center, room 130, there'll be a class for the Safe Talk. There's no cost. Thank you, Nevada Office of Suicide Prevention. They're paying for the books that you get with the Safe Talk class. The training is right before. Oh wait, sorry. So the last 3 years we've had the Safe Talk training on the same day as our gala that I'll talk about later with you. So the Safe Talk is an acronym that stands for Suicide Alertness for Everyone. And then the tell, ask, listen, keep safe. So it's a 3 or 4 hour class. The course aims to help you recognize when a loved one or one person is having thoughts of suicide. It helps you connect with them and challenging taboos that inhabit open talk about suicide. So during the Safe Talk course, you'll learn valuable intervention resources, tools to identify and avert suicide risks, such as noticing and responding to situations that if somebody is suicidal or having suicidal thoughts.
It's a really safe place to do this. You get support from the trainer. It goes by fast. I have to tell you, I was surprised. I mean, how, as you said, that, 3 hours or so goes by. And what's important is that it takes that, it's awkward for people who may not, whether or not you've ever encountered someone who it has suicidal thoughts. If it's a stranger, it seems like it's even more difficult.
Yeah.
But this will teach you the things to say.
Yep.
Right?
Because there is right and wrong ways, right?
Absolutely.
So, and you might not think it's the wrong way, but to them it is, so somebody who's struggling and seeing that dark side, so yeah, this definitely helps. I dread if somebody was to come up to me and say something like that to me, because I've been educated and stuff, but still that's a tough situation to be in. So if you have a little bit more knowledge, then it will help for sure.
I was sitting there thinking about that too, Stormy. Even though it has happened to me a couple of times, it feels like even though you have the information, you're going out on a ledge with someone. You're literally stepping out there with them, right?
Right.
You're gonna you're going to help them. You're going to guide them back. And really sometimes that's really all they need to know is that other person cares.
Yep. Somebody's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's
so
a lot more effective than people think.
Yes.
Actually.
So, and just before that, there's a different type of training, which is the ASSIST training. And this one is hosted by Nevada Health Centers. And that's going to be a week or so before the Safe Talk training, right,
so
Stormy?
I think that's next week, right?
Yeah, coming right up.
Yeah, April 16th and 17th at the Elko Family Medical and Dental Center. It's from 8 to 4, and it's, it's a 2-day. You can register online on our Facebook page. There's no cost, thanks to the Nevada Office of Suicide Prevention, again, purchasing the booklets. It applies suicide intervention skills training. It is an internationally acclaimed 2-day interactive training program in suicide aid. So.
And that is something that you can register. There's a QR code that's available, right?
Yep. And a lot of the are like police officers, EMS, EMTs, teachers, school administrators. Those are the kind that could really benefit from this. You know, it's more hands-on skills to interview in a case of a suicide.
Yep. So it is a 2-day interactive workshop. Again, the assist training is next week, April 16th, 17th. Nevada Health Centers is the location. Great sponsors to make it possible. Then the following week is the Safe Talk training, which again is sort of getting your toe in the water, but giving you the important, powerful skills that you need to engage with someone, whether it's a family member, a loved one, a coworker, or a stranger. Right. Someone to recognize those signs, to engage, to connect, to help them as they, finish their journey in life, because it is about love and kindness and support.
Yeah, definitely.
So the next thing we want to talk about is this really fun fundraiser that you have coming up at the Elko Basque House. And knowing Lynette, I know how she came up with this cool theme, right? You guys decided to have the Bikinis and Babes Gala. I did want to mention that some of what we might talk about, it could be a little triggering because, again, the reality of suicide is that sometimes when it happens, there's the aftermath of suicide. And so we're not having this conversation to make anybody feel bad. As Stormy, you were really good about mentioning when your brother died that you felt guilt, because that's a real thing. You can feel guilt, and then you can also be angry because you feel like it's selfish, and we've heard that before,
right?
And it's suicide is escaping pain.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're trying to get away from that pain. That they just want to get rid of it.
They don't mean to hurt you. They're
not thinking about anybody but that pain.
Right. So let's just go into it with that in mind, so that people understand what this specific fundraiser is all about. So take it away, Stormy.
Okay. So we're having it's called Bikini and Babes Gala. The reason we're doing this fundraiser, and this is our very first fundraiser, that's a dinner, auction, raffles, a band, big for us. Like, this is our very first one. So we're kind of new at it. So we think it's going to be a blast. We hope that it is. So, but this fundraiser is to raise money for the families of the loved ones who have died by suicide, to help pay for cleanup. So in the state of Nevada, there is no state funding for suicide cleanup, only homicide. Families receive $5,000 through the Nevada Victims of Crime and Homicide Cleanup. No family members or friends should clean up after their loved ones. So the clean team in Elko cleans trauma, and they understand the grieving process. So please don't get it confused with the Reno clean team, because there is a difference. So they're not a franchise. They just happen to have the same name. So the Team Clean is willing to do this for us. So we want to raise the money to be able to pay them and have that money set away for. We hope that something like this doesn't happen. Of course, we don't want that, but we don't want a family member or a friend to have to worry about stuff like that, because that's a lot.
That is a lot, Stormy.
And
hence, Zero Suicides, Elko County is the name of this nonprofit group and organization, saving lives, enriching communities through education, collaboration, and prevention, and then there to support families. And the reality is we have experienced more suicides in Elko County than any time in history, just in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, since COVID, I swear.
Yeah, I've been here. Doug Fisher, who's our Elko County Sheriff's Lieutenant, he provides the statistics, and behind every statistic, every number is a family.
Yeah. So with the proceeds that we get from the gala, let me tell you a little bit more about the gala, because I kind of skipped right past that. So it's April 27th from 6 to 9 at the Basque House. A gala can be fancy or non-traditional. Our title, the Bikinis and Babes, has gotten so much confusion with people. You don't have to come in a bikini, but we would like for everybody to come in a beach attire. We will have a costume contest. So you can. So the gala is it recognizes nonprofit success for the year, building a case of supporters continued by donations. Attendees donate to the nonprofit by purchasing a ticket to the event. And through activities like auction and the raffle stuff, we make the money. So, or we make money to help with this fund, why we're doing it. So, Our gala is non-traditional. We decided on a beach theme because we wanted to tie in our starfish story. One person can make a difference. Everyone will receive a copy of the story along with a token to make a difference. We're roasting a pig, and we have some baked beans and rolls, green salad, stuff like that. Lots of desserts. We'll have a cornhole tournament. Let me think what else. Hijacked will be there to play. We have the Sip and Hitch will be our bar there. Yeah, so we'll have a costume contest and prizes. And to get their tickets, it's one ticket for $50, two for $80, and if you want a table, it's $400. So you can get on our Facebook page. There's a QR code is how you get the tickets. So you just go on there and buy your tickets and buy your tables. It should be fun. But I wanted to read you the starfish story, so then it kind of makes a little bit of sense. So, okay, so an old man had a habit of early morning walks on the beach. One day, after a storm, he saw a human figure in a distance, moving like a dancer. As he came closer, he saw that it was a young woman, and she was not dancing, but was reaching down in the sand, picking up a starfish, very gently throwing them into the ocean. "Young lady," he asked, "why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" And she said, "The sun is up, and the tide is going out, and if I do not throw them, they will die." "But young lady, do you recognize that there are miles and miles of beach of starfish all along it? You cannot possibly make a difference." The young woman listened politely, paused, and then bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the sea, past the breaking waves, saying, "It made a difference for this one."
Yeah, thanks, Stormy. My gosh, you guys are all... Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
It's true. I know.
So that's how we feel when we go to the schools and, my brother dying, but every time we talk about suicide or anything to a group of people, to kids, to adults, that maybe it helped one, so.
And that's what I always remind you, my guests who come and talk about this really, really difficult subject, who, we never thought it would grow, because when Jan Basier first started coming, and you, Stormy, and I remember you first time coming in the door, you're like, I don't know, I'm a little reluctant, and here you are now. But we just, the goal is, again, to create this awareness so we have support and love for people in the community. And we do know, we've had issues recently that have just really torn at the community, and it's hard, Stormy, because not everybody grieves the same.
Right.
And now we're starting to experience that because, we hear from other families who say, sometimes it takes years to come to terms with the grief. For sure, yeah. Sometimes people never talk about it, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. Like my mom has a hard time, like even coming to the walk, she just says it just brings back everything for her, all the feelings. So I'm like, that's fine. Then you don't need to come. It's not she wants to support me, of course, but I'm like, if it's hard on you, then don't do it. It's all about you and how you react to how you feel, right? Right.
So, and it's about supporting those that we love, and however they grieve in whatever place that might be. And as you said, when it's suicide, it's different than a sudden tragic death, an accident or cancer, it does. Right. There are distinct differences in suicide.
They chose that, right? They chose. So a lot of people can't see past that, and they can't see that something that they were hurting, so, and that was hard for me too, to actually think that he was hurting. Like, really? Like, that's not,
that doesn't seem like
no
him.
Way. There's no way. Like, in my head, I could never do that. Right. But I'm not there. I don't know that. I don't know that pain. And I could never understand. I'll never understand, but I do understand in a way,
So the theme of the Bikinis and Babes Gala, Zero Suicides Elko County, is to celebrate a wave of hope with the organization. Again, it's a nonprofit, and this is a fundraiser for a specific cause. So if it seems like kind of a big ask, and it's really not when you consider, all the things that you'll get to enjoy. And we know that there are food and drinks, a costume contest, raffles, games, entertainment. But you are supporting this cleanup after a loved one's suicide, and it's a very specific cause. So,
right,
yes.
right. And I just want to thank our couple sponsors like Nevada Gold Mines, Nevada Health Centers, and the Maverick Casino. So,
oh, yes. Thank you. I wondered who that one was right there. You got
that's
it.
Jack.
You got
that's
it.
Hijacked.
Oh, that's Hijacked.
Yeah, I need to get them on there.
That's all right. Thank you to those sponsors again for making it possible. April 27th, 6 to 9 p.m., Elko Basque Clubhouse.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say real fast, like we still do a monthly meeting it's a peer-to-peer grief support for those who have lost to loved ones by suicide on the second Monday of every month from 6 to 7. It is in the privacy of your own home because we do it through Zoom. The link is provided on our Facebook page. So, and then we also do a monthly meeting on the second Thursday of every month. It's a Zoom link that's posted on the Facebook page, and it's an NNRH. We meet with the hospital and the police and stuff, and they talk about we talk about like
the current trends.
Yeah.
What's happening? Yeah, no, I get it. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
You've had dispatchers in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, the important thing is that there is this group of very concerned and very active and involved people working hard behind the scenes all the time. And if you think it's hard to talk about suicide, once a month or whenever it might come up, in a community discussion, these people are talking about suicide a lot, almost all the time, Stormy.
Yeah.
And so you deserve our support. And absolutely. And so that's an important organization.
We get with the community and stuff. And they if you did it with Zoom, if you wanted to call on Zoom, then they talk about statistics that we had for the month in Elko County, which is most months are not good anymore. You know what I mean? So they talk about drug overdose and suicides and the suicide ideation and attempts and the ages. We talk about the ages and male, female. Yeah. So and then it's all for Elko County. And then the peer-to-peer is just a grief support system for somebody who has lost somebody to suicide, and that's how I started, was with Jan with that, and meeting face to face or with people is always good, but it was always just us going. So we were like, okay, let's try to Zoom it and see if that helps, and I think it has. So.
And Stormy, I think it's important to mention for someone who might not quite be there yet. This made a difference in your life because, as I said, you were pretty angry at first, but now I see you as this accomplished woman, with your own children, all the things that you're able to, be successful at in spite of those feelings, because it never goes away.
Right? No, it never goes away. Yeah,
right.
No, for sure. And it definitely was a lifesaver for me. Jan was, and her group. It just it opened my eyes to. Why my brother might have done this, and helped heal me for sure. Yeah, because I was not happy for sure. I was very upset with him.
Well, every time we talk about it, we try to mention Jan Basier, of course, who was a founder of this effort. She doesn't live in the community anymore, but Jan, we think about Brian and think about you and the family all the time. And Rochelle lives in our hearts forever because of her mom, and that's Lynette. And so that will never change. And everybody else who's listening, and I know you have a lot of board members and volunteers and people who kind of come in and out of the organization depending on what they need.
Yeah, we have a pretty core group now. It's me, Lynette, Vega, Lori Lesbo, Carol, and Wendy. That's our core group for sure. But we do have some other people like Kairos, Troy, and Heidi. They help with us. And then Julie, she's our pastor, late person that comes and helps sometimes. Yeah. So,
All right. So we want to mention Luke, Wendy. We're thinking about Luke.
Yep.
And we want to mention Cade, of course. Lori, we're thinking about you as well.
We're going to have a big softball thing actually the same weekend as our gala that will be helping with Abby and Cade.
A remembrance, right, for them.
It's a big softball and baseball tournament.
So you can go play ball, go watch, support that, and then come and enjoy the gala.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great day in the sun.
Yeah, I hope so. Yes.
Yeah, we're all hoping
That's what we're
for
hoping,
great weather.
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose it's prom that night too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we picked a crazy weekend.
This is for the grown-ups. You
It
can
is.
let the kids
That's
enjoy
right.
the prom.
That's
yeah,
right.
this is for moms and dads. And so I just want to mention again the best way to get tickets. You can go to sosofelco@gmail.
No, that's the email. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's our email. But you can go on our Facebook,
Okay.
Zero Suicides Elko County, or Instagram.
Do the QR code.
The QR code will walk you right through it to get. And if you guys have any, I did want to mention that
Please,
if you have if you want to send a remembrance, a picture of somebody who has died by suicide, and it doesn't have to be somebody from here, you can send it to Lynette or myself, and we're going to print them out. We'll have a remembrance wall at our gala. So Lynette's phone number is 775-397-1911, and mine is 775-385-6569. You can just text us the picture with the name, and then we'll have them up on our wall. So, and they don't have to be from here. So,
Well, thanks, Stormy.
yeah, we've already have quite a bit. So I'm like, we were going to do 8x10, but then we decided we better do 5x7, and we're not going to have any room. So, which is sad, but good too. That people are still remembering their loved ones, in that way. So.
All right. Thank you so much, Stormy.
Yeah.
Again, we hope to put anyone listening in touch with the resources they need.
Yeah.
Whether you are a survivor of suicide loss, and you certainly need someone to talk to about that. You have, a lot to, you'll find a lot of compassionate support in the community. And there is a space for grieving in the community. However you're doing that, there are professionals.
Yep.
As always, if you or someone you care for is struggling with mental health, please call 988. That's immediate 24-hour confidential help.
Yeah. And I think that's been like really good. I haven't looked up the statistics for that, or the data on that yet, but I can imagine, and that's everybody's head. Everybody knows it, so it's good.
Yep, 988. And I do want to put in a mention that if you, like, for example, someone calls you from out of state and they're struggling, and you're in Elko, you can call that number, and that live, real caring person on the other end will tell you exactly what you need to do.
Yep,
It's
yep.
amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's so good.
Yeah, I can tell you from personal experience that they tell you exactly what to do. So
Wow.
that's an important thing to have right on hand.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Stormy, anything else before we send you on your way on this beautiful day?
No, I think I talked about everything I was supposed to talk about.
You have all the time you need.
Yeah,
you know
so
that.
they just get on our Facebook and the Zero Suicides Elko County, and it'll have all the information for our gala, for the Safe Talk, for the assist class, for our peer-to-peer group, our monthly meetings on Thursdays. So just get on there and check it out. We have a website too, and it's zerosuicideselkocounty.org. So
Stormy Remington is our guest today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stormy, for Zero Suicides Elko County. Big hugs to everybody. Thanks so much for listening today, and get out and support that Babes and Bikinis Gala, and let's raise some money and show some folks some hope and love from the Elko community.
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.